plays random games for peer pressure reasons. This time, we will be playing the Stanley Parable. And Greg is here. Say hi, Greg.
Hello.
Greg is the moderator of the chat, and he will be answering all of your questions that you don't have because you're not actually watching.
I just realized I need to mute your stream. Sweet Jesus.
All right.
All right, there we go.
Okay. So, here we go. Everyone's gonna miss the beginning of this, and it's just gonna... whatever. Sorry, everyone. Refresh. Whoop. There be no videos, says my brother trying to watch my stream. So, go away. Get out of here. This is a professional studio, sir. Leave. Immediately. Off the premises. Out, out, shoo. Be gone with you. Out.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right. So now we take our something about being in the shoes of Stanley.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days.
You're right, Twitch Madness. Forever alone.
He no longer had the ability
Five ever alone.
But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
Someone please give me something to do.
Closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. Happy forever. Who is Twitch Madness? Is that my brother? Alright. Let's not do that again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What? I'm on the desk. Help. No. Anyway, on with the story. On with the story.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, guys. Twitch moment. What door should I enter? The narrator told us to go into the door on the left. But there's a door on the right, and no way back. Which way? I'll just give the stream just a little bit for it to catch up so everyone can get a chance to comment. All 3 of you. Right? You say right? Any objections to going right? Anyone? Okay. Sold to Twitch
This
Madness.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Let's go admire that employee lounge, boys. Gentlemen. Oop.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
So, I noticed that whenever I press buttons on my keyboard, it makes keyboard typing noises.
Yes, really worth it being here in the room.
So
a room
nice.
so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some
Just
paintings.
do it, says
Really
Twitch
worth it.
Madness. Alright, okay. It was really worth it, but
But
it's time
eager
to
to
go.
get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Da, 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 da. Okay, another decision, everyone. Left door, back on track, or the mysterious right door, or like a straight ahead door. Adventure, or original story. What do you guys think? Cast your votes right now, and you can be chosen. What do you think, Greg? Greg has muted himself. Greg has abandoned the cause.
I just realized I muted myself. Holy hell. The whole time I've been talking. I'm so fucking...
I'm sorry. Twitch Madness, calm down. Going right. I'm going right. Okay.
Stanley
okay.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You can't even open.
I don't want to burn anyone at work, but I wonder who else is bad at following directions. Should have been fired years ago. This guy.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
Hey-o.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust
Whoa.
in someone else, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what
Nothing?
to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Very powerful.
You know, is there a way for you to change quality of your stream?
What do you mean?
Like, you know how some streams have like low, medium, high qualities?
There's probably some way. But maybe that's on your side? I'm not sure.
Well, you, I think some streams you have to activate or
All of his co-workers were gone.
Ah.
Really
What
matter.
could it
It's
mean?
fine.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
When she went AFK, I'm gonna go quit the game and not play anymore.
Twitch Madness says, jump! Yes! Plummet to my doom.
This is how everyone feels about you.
Yeah, everyone thinks I should jump off a bridge. Off a freight elevator thing. Input receipt. Whoa, this was 1 dot before. I'm gonna definitely push that more. Finding all of the secrets. It's all the Illuminati, I know it. The reason that the coworkers are gone, Illuminati.
Input receipt. I see what you meant. What you said.
Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'll go right
This
again.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Because
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
You went
just
back.
to admire it.
F the police, yo. Fight the power. I'm in
Wow.
control.
Yes, this room.
Illuminati confirmed.
What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had
The only
taken
other
this
person
detour
exactly
on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room
It's a
was
little
now
different.
too horrible even to consider.
Life without experience in this room
But
was just...
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
All right. What do you guys think? Left or right? I'll just type it. Left or right? Cast your vote.
I like how you type and then you talk at the same time.
I'm doing it because it's not
'Cause
being
then
recorded.
it's gonna show up cast your vote, and then you're gonna hear cast your vote.
Well, yeah,
Right.
but it's not being the chat isn't being recorded. That's why I'm trying to read as much as I can out. Just
Yeah.
for the memories.
Dandy to
Sweet,
have
sweet memories.
to,
Left or right?
it's you, bro.
Mm.
I mean, I could give him a decision, but I want to see what you choose.
Should we defy the voice? Backwards. Okay.
Backwards. All right, go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning.
We must start again. It's locked. Curses.
Oh, it's locked. Oh, well then. Wait, you went right last time, so just go straight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the same thing.
Because if you do right again, it'll just lead you back
Stanley
to
was
where
so
you-
bad
I mean,
at
I
following
jumped off.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5
Oh
years
yeah, you
ago.
killed yourself.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but
I'm
the
sorry,
fact
everyone.
is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Asking for her.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside.
Guys,
to let
should
her
we redeem
back
ourselves?
into your life. She's been waiting.
It's a dark room. Please.
That's her, Stanley. You need
Oh,
to
by
be the
way,
one
you know
to do
if you
this.
reduce delay?
To reach out to her.
Yeah, I already
If
did
you can
that.
truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
A ledge, can you jump it? That's it.
I think you can jump off the ledge there. This game has so many endings. Let's see. Whoa.
Oh,
There is
Stanley, is
no
that
one
you?
short ending.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All
Yeah, I
right,
was gonna
now,
say pull the
I
plug
want you to
too.
come
This
in
is
and
nothing
tell me
like
all
real
about
life. Oh, yeah, this is like real life.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
Oh,
I'm trying
pull
to get
the
you
plug.
to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Twitch Madness says I should have pulled the plug on the phone. My beautiful wife.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
The death of a man named Stanley. Good morning, employee 427. Press J on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow.
a beautiful
He has a
voice you
job
got
that
there.
demands nothing of him.
Thank you,
And
thank
every
you.
button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his
So-
existence.
This picturesque.
Press 5. Yes,
Look at
sir.
him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's
Wonder how
eating
much it
lunch.
is for her.
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I would love to listen to the stream, but there's no point.
Ah, you're missing out on that.
I know. Well, I've played this with Nicole.
Yeah.
So, like,
All
I know
right, all
something
right.
that-
This is kind of creepy though, because it feels like he's talking directly to me. Like, look at him sitting there, pressing buttons on his keyboard.
But in his mind, he can go on
Secretly
fantastic
skewed through the eyes
adventures.
of that, of
From
your wife.
behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands.
We don't even
It
have
was
an oven
wonderful.
in here.
And each day that he returned to work
Oh.
was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press 8 to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
What?
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press 8 to spend time with the
So
boys.
he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Please press C to prepare dinner. Okay.
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
Oh.
he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Please press 0 to tell your kids a story. Please press O to tell your kids a
It
story.
was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
This is
Surely
creepy.
there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press T to tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer.
Oh.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press 8 to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this.
Look how screaming.
Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button,
Twitch Madness.
do not
Help.
do it.
Help me, Twitch Madness. Help. Press Y to be at work in the morning.
You see?
I'm at work.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every
You
second he
ranting on this one,
remains here,
really?
he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I have no problem with this one. Just like real life.
I
Press
suppose
2
I
to question
can't,
nothing.
Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
No
And
thanks.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I
Ah, I died. Oh. Illuminati. Do 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 do. Wait, what? What? There was something
Bueno.
else out there. I clicked back onto my screen and I closed the door, and now I'm locked in the office. Oops. Please? Open. Please. No. There was a secret, and I messed it up. Begin? No? Something's gonna happen. I'm gonna begin again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right, left or right?
Left. I'm not even watching right now.
Oh, it's the first door.
Oh, no. Don't go left. What are you talking about? Oh, yes, go left.
Same way, but jump off the ledge.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I think Twitch Madness is actually the
The
narrator of
lounge
this
was
game.
sublime, a work of art.
Very
What
nice.
was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper. Something darker.
Something dark beckons me to this room. I love it.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No thanks.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Twitch Madness denies that
Look,
he is
Stanley, I
the
think perhaps
narrator.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
I'm the narrator, also.
So
Someone
Twitch
you've
Madness says I
forgotten
should jump
about.
off here.
Please. Stop. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Illuminati.
I don't know how to
Illuminati.
convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
Danger
chance.
everywhere. There's a sign that said danger, danger everywhere.
Danger, danger everywhere.
Like like big letters at the top, danger. And then the
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Oh.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Stanley walked through the red door. Red or blue? Stanley walked through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No man, Twitch Madness said blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
It's like a Harry Potter door. I just have to have faith and run into the wall. Nothing happened. Oh. Stanley walked through the blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Can I go back? Hello?
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours.
I'm
What would
sorry.
have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
I'd like skill
There we go.
trees.
A
Oh.
third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Which one? Okay, I'm going in here. Door number 3. Look at this door. That's a beautiful door. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I kind of liked having more choices. I liked having 3 choices. 10 out of 10.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even
I
try.
felt it in my soul.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
10 out of 10. Best. Oh, the Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Good old Neil is offline. Skid offline. Offline.
Everyone's offline.
Did you know that 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door? Oh, I'm at the bottom. Objectively ranked 9,328th out of 9,328 players worldwide. Why not ask your friends for help? Error, friends list is empty. This is cool. I like these stats. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. Complete again? Never. I messed up, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I'm gonna go through this third door again. 10 out of 10.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I liked it.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Whoa. Loading.
In this game,
Oh my
baby
God.
calls left towards
What?
danger.
The baby.
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
No. No. Baby, stay away from the fire. Alright, okay. I'm sorry, I can't do it anymore. Goodbye. Baby!
You heartless bastard.
Oh.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
No, please.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that,
amazing.
Stanley. Will it ever be enough?
Narrator,
Well,
you've
I'll say
outdone
this.
yourself.
I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel
Classic.
ashamed at your own inadequacy.
I know
Ah,
this.
but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Let us adventure, narrator.
Whew, man, this is getting harder and harder, this game.
I know, right?
Oh my.
So
It
many
looks like it's going to
choices.
get a
The
bit
graphics.
dark. You brought a light?
Oh, I didn't bring a light. I can't jump.
Oh, I was about to say, when the hell did it become Minecraft? And I just realized it's still
This is
Stanley
far
Parable.
more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more
So how do
narrow
people pay
and
attention?
linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5.
No,
Even
5 out of
diamonds
5.
couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Zombies. Whew. Exciting. Oh, it's 4 people. Welcome back, 4th user, viewer, friend. This is Portal.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Adventure.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius.
Excellent. Hey, Devin. Got off work, I see. Playing some Stanley Parable and...
No,
yeah.
actually, you know what?
Warren.
I think that's plenty. I really don't
Oh,
care
it's
much
actually-
to see you stumble through.
Whoa, what?
Stanley Parable's a lie.
I jumped in a hole. Huh. The Stanley Parable's a lie. The cake is a lie. Oh, I fell. GG, says Twitch Madness. What is this? Ah, spooky. Giving me flashbacks to Alien Isolation. Hmm. Oh, left and right door. That means the office is over here. This is Beta Stanley Parable. Uh, 427. This is my office. Operation Break the Map is go. Says Twitch Madness. There's a security camera. That's cool. Alright, so nothing here. Onward. Oh. I found it.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
I'll be
Very
back.
soon. I can wait.
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna make me reload it.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
What'll happen if I keep running around pressing things? The narrator didn't look in the chat. He didn't know what was going on.
When Stanley came to a set of
420.
two open doors,
Devin.
he entered the door on his left.
Alright guys, left or right door? Left or right door, left or right door. I'm sorry, it's gonna take forever. Just because of the delay. This plant. Is this an option? Devin says, yes! It says 420.
Out of 7.
If he couldn't find his coworker, he could have looked in the chat. Alright guys, left or right? Nobody's answering. Left for once. Okay, Twitch madness. I'm just sorry that I'm just now getting left
Yet
responses.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Office party. Whoa. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Huh. Rip Franz. I'm just gonna stop myself now. Not
Yeah, you
cost
probably
effective. No more. Everyone is unique. Oh. Number of slides on this slide. Charts? Charts and slides. Slides. Rate at which charts on the same side. The same information. Alright, this has been dandy, but let's move on. Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
You can't make me.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Twitch Madness says, go into the closet, and
It
not
was
get
baffling
out.
that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Sweet FA.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Well, it's a nice broom closet. I like it.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this
Walk out
closet
and back
is
in.
of absolutely
All right.
no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I'm coming into work on Tuesday, and I'm saying this.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably
Stanley
only
is
got the
just
job
standing
because
in
of
the
a family
closet.
connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the
There's a
keyboard.
wrong
I
keypad.
died.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities.
Illuminati.
It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of
Says
your
Twitch
species.
Madness.
Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Alright, so welcome back to Jeff Plays the Stanley Parable. The other guy, Brad, had to be carted out because he died, and now I'm Jeff.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Everyone, the person is dead. Someone replace him.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Alright, I don't think he's gonna do anything else. Oh, I'm walking out, narrator. I'm on my way. Okay, he's not doing anything.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Up the stairs to the boss or down? Question mark. And a picture of a robot for good measure. Up the stairs to boss or down? Space question mark. Down we go. Ah, Twitch. Moderator, 3 or 4. Turn up.
4.
4. 4 was... Twitch Madness. Twitch Madness was 4. Sorry, Acentu. The moderator has spoken. So says Greg, praise be to him.
Praise be to your next door frickin' neighbor.
Yes.
shit.
I'm trying to, but the executive bathroom is closed.
Fuck.
I'm trying to, but the boss's office is closed. Do I want to go in this boss's office? No. Huh. Okay. Okay. I didn't think that would work. Hello? Oh, now there's 3 input received. I'm beating the game. Bathroom's closed. Door's closed. This is open. They're giving me a second chance to the broom closet. Yes. Yes. Broom closet. I like the broom closet ending. That one was my favorite. Slides are turned off. Everything looks the same. Narrator, are you mad?
Shit.
You mad, bro? He's making me go to the start to reset it manually. Maybe. Oh, what? And so Jeff stepped into the void. Twitch Madness says, go to the bathroom. Nowhere else but the closet. You mad, YOLO. Oh, you mad, bro, YOLO. You are now leaving. Ooh, freedom. I can finally go outside. Not that I ever want to go outside. What's outside? Let's see. 7:55. So I'm going upstairs. I'm on floor 756. Huh. I wonder if there's a way to fall down there. No, I can't jump. Wait a second. 4:30. 4:29. That's... There are multiple universes. Doctor Who is real. Confirmed. Huh. Another. Greg, Doctor Who confirmed.
Doctor Who confirmed. Fucking hey!
I know, right? I'm just as surprised as you. I mean, I'm playing the game. The lights are out on this floor. Escape pod launch bay. Huh. Huh. Hello?
Sorry.
It's dark in this room. Whoa. Is it a prize? Ah. Loading. Oh. Pfft. It just reset the game. Now, outside of this window is a staircase. Phone. Oh. Glitch. Input received 4. Whoa, what? 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 Phone.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know, there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Ah, I just got a call from some girl, and she called me sweetie. Stanley's wife confirmed. The wife is not a lie. I'm trying to get to the window. I mean, it looks like if I can get on the desk, I can get out the window. Freedom again! Or, there's supposed to be glass there. I can't do it. They thought of everything. They knew somebody like me would exist. Whatever. Just looking for one of those input received monitors now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go see what the boss wants. Or, no. Let's see what the narrator wants.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Please take my time. Alright, let's go see what the boss man wants.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Walked upstairs to his boss's bathroom. Whoa! Opened. I've got the feeling money's for stealing. Oh, I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. SG, that's a lovely purse. Well, there's nothing to do in the bathroom, yeah. Is that a goat? Anyway. Moving on. Nothing here. Whoa! Guys, into the room with the panda with a gun at its head, or into the boss's office? I am just gonna walk around and do a few laps while I wait for the chat. La 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 la. I should catch up soon. My character, or I just left the bathroom in the other part of the chat. Panda room, yes, okay. My stream is behind your stream. Panda room.
My stream is behind your stream, what?
My stream is behind everyone else's stream. Like, I have the stream open at the same time. So, you know, so I can see the chat and all. Ooh, music. They whisper Stanley in the elevator music. Do 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 do. Is this not gonna take me anywhere? Oh. Okay. I just sat in the elevator dancing for all this time and nothing happened. That's the icon of the game.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
They lied. I can't tear through the office.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
Twiddle,
Trying
twiddle,
to
twiddle.
input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
There's a cat in this picture. There's a guy in that. There's a wife and a husband.
2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, get it wrong the whole time. Sorry. I wasn't watching this chat. I was too busy twiddling my thumbs and pressing random keys. I'm sorry, your failed me. I'm sorry, guys. What? I'm in the dark. As they say, adventure.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself.
The
To
feels.
question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Duh. Oh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape, but of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized, nope, still on board with death.
Let's go through this one.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I have the strength. Stanley is a strong, independent young man who don't need no man.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
Why do
reduced
those
to
boxes
images on the
have green
screen.
glows in
And
them?
Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
I'll be right
was
back,
it even
everyone.
possible? Had he truly spent his entire life
Just a minute.
utterly
Somebody's at the door.
blind to the world?
Sorry, everyone. Sorry, I'm back. I'm back. Gotta type it in the chat. My brother was at the door, and he didn't
But
want
here
to
was
go
the
to the
proof,
other door to
the
come
heart
into the
of
house.
the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Dismantle the controls once and for all, or not. Turn on or turn down for what? What do you guys think? Should I turn it on or turn it off? Cast your vote now. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Anyone? Ah, you gotta think about it. We could go back in that room and go press random buttons. Turn down for bananas, says Twitch Madness. Yes. Wait. Turn down for bananas, yes.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand.
That's the second one this week.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin. the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant
Good
to
for
happen.
Jeff, you mean? Not
And
good for Stanley.
was happy.
Woo! We did it, guys. Whoops.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Ah, what? So, I clicked back. What is this? So, I accidentally clicked back onto the stream and closed the door and locked myself in the office, but I got the max input bar. I have no idea what this is. These are all buttons! Is this chanting saying push the buttons? Push the buttons. Push the buttons. Oh, let's push them all. Push the buttons. Oh, they're all going back up. Oh, it stopped. Oh, because I got stuck in it. This is amazing. 10 out of 10. Game of the year. This is what Game of Thrones should be about. Just pushing these buttons. Okay. Just spin in circles in the middle. Gaze at its glory and magnificence. Okay, I think it's time to end this. Ronnie, look at this. Push the buttons. Alright, time to end this. Ah, that was amazing. Don't read the chat. It's not for your eyes. Get out. No, please, not again.
Push the button, Brad. Push it.
Oh, Stanley, welcome to heaven.
Push it, Brad. Push it real good.
Okay, not again. No. That was amazing. Okay, so I guess that's just an option now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Whoa!
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Where's the staircase?
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary
Very
into the nature
insightful
of
and
video
witty.
game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Very
So,
nice.
now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to
I'm
drink it
getting
all
stuck
in?
on something here.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
I think whoa. Twitch Madness says, I think Bob is giving drugs to the coworkers. Are you Twitch Madness? Are you Twitch Madness?
Wait, what?
There's...
Oh, I'm bugging everyone too.
You're not commenting. Get out.
What
Get out.
are you talking
Leave. What do you guys think? You are banned from the stand, says my brother in the next room.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue.
Get out.
But now,
I
here
can't
comes
hear
the
you.
real
Come on.
question.
Come
What
on.
do you
Time
think
to
would have
leave. Get
happened
out,
if
Stanley.
you had told
No.
me that you wanted
Bye-bye.
this to stop?
You are now.
Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
What if I hit
Oh,
yes?
now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer?
That was you,
How
Twitch
long will you
Madness.
spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is Rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
No one.
Well now,
This
I've
is-
built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Cheers. All right, what do you guys think? Twitch Madness. Wait, what? Wait, Done talking. I can't even words right now. This is a different room. I can't jump out the window here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps when Stanley came to a
Okay, left or right?
two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm just saying it in the chat because it's a little faster to just type it in than wait. What do you guys want to see? Should we fight the power with the right door, or should we Illuminati left door?
Illuminati it.
Devin says
This was
right.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Let's go admire that employee lounge.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, tingle.
A tingle. Stanley came into the room, the employee lounge, and felt happiness, and then it wore off and he felt sad again.
Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Alright, I'm gonna leave this room now.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, fight the power or Illuminati. Give me a second. Let me just put up a few Illuminati pictures so that the chat understands the severity of my situation here. Fight the power or Illuminati? And by Illuminati, I mean just you know what it means. 'Cause you've been here from the start. Thank you. Stick it to the man going through the store.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible.
Sorry,
it wasn't
Twitch
5
Madness.
years
Devin
ago.
chimed in first.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Now,
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been
I'm
about
gonna
nothing
unplug
but
the phone
you
because
all
Twitch
this
Madness
time.
made me think
There's
about that
someone you've been neglecting,
the
Stanley.
last time I got here.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
He's asking for her.
This is it, Stanley.
You monster,
Your
says
chance
Twitch
to
Madness.
redeem
I'm
yourself,
sorry.
To put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Nah.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
That didn't
Not
happen
picking
last
up
time.
The phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley.
I'm
You're
Jeff.
a real person.
Hello.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack. I'm gonna use this next time at work.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
My goodness, is it...
Welcome back.
What?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Oh dear. Safety walls.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
My goodness, is it 4:30 already? I'm late for a back, sack, and crack. Like, next time I get off at 4:30 or something. turn off my light before I go up, clock out. My goodness, is it 4:30 already? I'm late for a back-second crack. I'm late for smoking crack. Copyright.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
On my way to the real world.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I like the... Wait, left or right? I need to sign into Twitch. What? Come on. Log in. Ah, guys, left or right? Greg, type in the chat, left or right? I'm not signed in anymore. Up. Okay, going right. Which means left.
Dude, can't you hear me?
I can hear you now, but I see you're saying up.
Yeah, I know.
Tell them... Oh, well, they can hear me. So I'm not signed into Twitch anymore. Give me a second. Sorry. There we go. Sorry for the delay. So, you guys wanted right. Except for Greg. I mean, except for Greg, who wanted to go up, which, I mean, I could restart the story and go press the button again. Go to button heaven, which is up.
No! Why did you do that?
What?
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Well then. This is trippy. Oh, something about this just makes me not... No. Okay, my chat's working again.
I'll play some more CSGO.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do?
Please do not steal.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Whoa.
I should do that. That delay is amazing.
We've reached the ending. We have not reached the ending. The end is not the end.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it.
Spoilers!
And been victorious.
No!
It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Whoa, what?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Did it just crash?
he entered the door
No.
on his left.
Left or right? Left or right? Backwards. First one to comment will win the prize of... Okay, right, says Devin. Nice!
This imp is never gonna go the right
No!
direction.
Why did you do that? Quickly,
Well, the
hurry.
wrong direction.
Oh, it ended.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay, I'm going
that
right
means
once more.
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
All right, trying to go left.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right. I mean, all left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Oh. That's locked. Broom closet. Locked.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Going up. Going up. And to the bathroom. Not even executive bathroom anymore. That's different. There's a dog
Stepping
up there.
inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115.
Night
Was
Shark
this the code to
115?
open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. Didn't work. My goodness, is it 4:30 already? I'm late for a back sack and crack.
Stanley spoke the code.
Didn't work.
Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall. I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I'm disabled. Don't be so rude.
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Left or right, guys, because it's gonna... Oh,
When
what?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
It looks like Bobby
Stanley,
Hittinger.
please. I need you to make a choice.
The
I
end.
need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs
doesn't,
you to make a
Bobby
decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
My heart.
Choose.
Ow.
Do something. Anything.
Well, Greg, we went up, like you said.
No.
Wow, my choice was the right choice.
It was the right choice. We beat the game by going up.
So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
What if I just stand still like that? No, I've done it before. Nothing happens. Sadly enough, I've done it before.
Thing is this an actual ending with the credits and all?
I mean, right after that it says, the end is never the end. The end is never the end. I'm not pressing that again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What if I just keep trying to open a door? Nothing. It's locked.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Ugh. Ah, whatever. We're just gonna go. So, left or right? What do you guys think? Left or right?
Let's go left
This is different. But left or right?
Go left this time.
Left this time, alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Shh. I'm the real Stanley. I don't move. Never mind. That's boring. I'm done. Going left. So we've already gotten the escape, follow all the rules.
Yet there was not
ending.
a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
He boarded up the broom closet. No, but I like the broom closet ending.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Devin wanted to see down before, so let's go down. Down these stairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Greg, mute your microphone.
And in such a competitive economy,
Thank you.
why had he taken that risk? All because he believed
Wait, why?
everyone
I don't
had
know.
vanished.
Your computer
His
started
boss would
taking
think he
off.
was crazy. And then something
Is he still
occurred to
doing it?
Stanley. Maybe,
It's a lot
he thought
quieter
to
now.
himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
I'm
he yelled.
dreaming!
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Whoa.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley,
Whoa,
who
man.
found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Mind blown there. Oh, whoa. Nothing happened.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wow. What even happened there? Whoa, the whole room is a mess.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
So I'm gonna end the stream soon. I'm gonna end it in about 20 minutes. Just because...
When Stanley came to a set of two open
Because he has the
doors,
power to.
he entered the door on his left.
If it's under 2 hours, I don't have to split
This
it up
was not
into
the
two
correct
parts.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley
That's
knew
on
it
your part.
perfectly well.
Let's go look at
Perhaps he
that.
wanted to stop by the employee
Employee
lounge first,
lounge.
just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
Stanley's in love with the room.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
It looks like everyone's kind of gone. Probably just you and me in here, Greg, if you're still watching the stream. So, I'm going to go ahead
But Stanley
and
didn't
detour.
want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Left.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Right.
Bullshit.
No.
Exactly what I'm
not
thinking
the
right now, Greg.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was
Double
I
bullshit.
thinking?
Are you kidding
It's
me?
clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, hey, Devin. So, yeah, gonna end the stream soon, but let's see
No,
what...
no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here
Get a
yet.
few
This
more
is all a
endings.
spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
Saw nothing.
We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
I'm gonna use that next time I'm getting out at 5 o'clock or something. You know I'm gonna say it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
It's adventure time.
It's always adventure time.
I would sing the Adventure Time song, but I can only think of, come on, grab your friends. And that's it. I'm sorry. I've let everyone down, all 2 of the viewers.
All 2 of the viewers.
All 2 of them. Most importantly, I've let Stanley down. Inner guilt. Everyone knows what you
I'll
did.
say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Wow, that's spray dough.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's go to the meeting room. Huh.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Let's go get the broom closet ending. Is Twitch Madness Devin?
I knew
No,
we'd
no,
missed
no.
something. The
Twitch.
story. Here it comes.
Twitch Madness is
No,
Justin,
wait,
isn't
never
it?
mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Whoa, destroyed everything.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
I won.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ooh.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
15 minutes.
Just follow the line. How simple
15
is
minutes?
that?
You might as well just drop it now.
Nah. I'm following a yellow line. Solitaire. I remember they mentioned something about this before, like there was a twisting yellow line and blah 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 blah. So twisting yellow line it is.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
This is amazing.
Cut the music.
Aw.
Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Very nice fern, I suppose. Made of flat images. Oh, okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Adventure line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is
Ah, I
exciting.
should've took a
Just
screenshot
me
of-
and Stanley
of the
forging a
fern.
new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Should have
Go
taken.
wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Oh,
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Destiny! Whoa.
Hold up, what's this?
Destiny.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we?
We went to the right
Eventually.
door. These two doors.
Well, in the
went to
meantime,
Oh, that was... Okay. Is this the end? This is the end.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I saw that there was an achievement for touching this door. So I'm gonna go touch this door. Huh, alright, I guess nothing. Done.
Done.
No matter how hard Stanley
jump out
looked,
the window.
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At
I'm gonna
first,
hit yes
Stanley
this
assumed
time.
he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Oh, look at that. Illuminati confirmed. It's a star.
Wow, that was so bad.
I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly.
That's
But
me.
the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
That was a nice song. Okay, if it doesn't do anything on the next loop through. Alright, nope, nope, we're done.
We're done.
The ending, he trapped me in a room and just started pressing,
All of his co-workers were
playing
gone.
music.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the boss's office and press the wrong buttons. Because that's what everyone asked
When
for
Stanley
before.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That will be it for this episode. Or this
Yet
2
there
hour
was
long
not a
stream.
single person here either.
Eh,
Feeling a
That's
wave
fun.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
To the boss's bathroom. Oh. Same message.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly, ever. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood
call
that this
quits,
would
sorry.
ever result in a correct
Good stream,
combination.
honestly.
If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely.
see ya.
But no.
See ya.
No, this is what he was going to do instead.
Eight.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he
Alright.
could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I think this is a good place to end it. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like more, go ahead and tell me in person, tell me in the comments, tell me anywhere. I had fun. It was fun.